Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the Real Legend of Gaming. So we are here with a new event for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. It's called the Floating Continent, and with every event, there's new summoners being introduced. So we're going to show you them, but before we go into more details, we're going to show you the article from RockUMediacraft, where we'll go over the guide and a few other details for this new event. So as always, my man over at RockUMediacraft, MJGino, created a wonderful guide for us to reference. We're not going to go into every single aspect of this article. I'll drop the link in the description, but we'll point out some of the most important things to be aware of. So with this event here, it started on April 20th, and it's ending on May 5th, so we still have a lot of time to take advantage of it. The bonus heroes included are Trance Terra, and a few other heroes here that will explain what type of bonuses they will earn you. So Trance Terra will give you 100% more bonus. Setzer will give you 75% more. Gaul, Terra, and Kefka will give you 50% more. So have those players in your team, and you'll get additional drops from the monsters. Now, the drops that are going to be populating are called fish. You'll bring those fish over to King Mog, and you'll be able to convert it for any item on the list coming up, which would be a common or cheap item, awakening materials, or exclusive expensive items. So be sure to check out the article to see the extensive list. Now, as far as the monsters here, we have Nalapa, which will appear in the Pro and Elite level quests. Golden Bomb, which will also appear. Now, as far as the beginner gameplay, you'll be facing Brainpan, Naud, and Ninja as the boss. For the advance, you're going to be facing Brainpan, Naud, and Ninja in the first round. Then you'll fight Gigantos and Golden Bomb. But this time the boss will be Bahamut. So you see it gets a little bit tougher as the stages increase. Now for the pro level, you'll be facing Naud, Ninja, Gigantos, Platinum Dragon, Apocrypha, Golden Bomb, Nalapa, and the Kaiser Dragon. And for the elite, same lineup. Only difference is the boss is gonna be, yes, it is. It's exactly what you read on that screen. Ultima Weapon. Wow. That's all I gotta say. That's gotta be very, very difficult match. And this is the guide on how to beat Ultima Weapon, so be sure to check that out as well. So that's it for that article. There's also some guides on each hero where you'll see some analysis being done, and also some tips on what abilities and skills they have per star rating. In the gameplay coming up, we're going to show you a couple rounds with Terra, some with Setzer, and afterwards we'll show you a few matches with Trance Terra. All right, so let's kick that off. It's going to be shown right on the right hand side of the screen. All right, so let's kick off the Floating Continent. So, as usual, you go over to your vortex and you'll see the event right on the top. So we'll start with the beginning continent. We already highlighted what monsters you're going to be facing, but this will be cool to see exactly what you're going to be competing against. So we're going to go with the first bonus hero. Now, folks, I did not create that name. It's one of the people that are able to use. So you see she's a magic warrior. And we're going to get a 50% bonus there for the fish that we drop. So here we go, up against Brainpan. Got the story dialogue as usual. So this is between Fina, Rain, and Laswell. Now, if you take a look at my team, since the last video, I did change who I'm using. So I'm using Vanille now, Cloud of Darkness. As far as Terra, she has Poisana, Fyra. So some pretty standard black magic attacks. Now, I like using the Protect from Cloud of Darkness. It definitely helps out with protecting Vanille and Hope. All right. So again, we're protecting again. Now remember, these rounds are going to be pretty lightweight. It is the beginner. So here goes the boss battle against the ninja. So same thing, rinse and repeat. We'll use that protect as much as we can. We're going to do a waylay with Zahn. We'll go with fire. Now, surprisingly, we didn't one hit him right there. But it's all good. Because we'll get it done right there. There you go. So I recommend doing the beginner. I know you guys are like, man, it's pretty easy. But you get a rare summon ticket as the reward. So, those are always helpful. And you never know, you might summon something pretty good. And you get free experience. Along with the rank experience, which helps as well. And free Lapis, right? Gotta love that. It's going to help me get to 5,000 so that we can do an 11 summon for the next event. Fortunately for this one here, didn't have enough to do 11 summons, but luckily we were able to find some friends that have the new heroes to show you some gameplay. So now we're going to go into the intermediate. This here was a little more tougher. So it should show you a little bit more of the strategy involved and showcase some of the moves of the heroes that we're going to be introducing. So we're scrolling through the list. So right there is the Setzer. Trying to see if I found the Trance Terra there, but I didn't. However, we were able to find another match later on, so be sure to stay and watch the gameplay after. So Setzer's a gambler, and I'm going to tell you right off the bat, he has a nice move that can do massive damage. And we'll check it out. It's going to come up in this match here, and you're going to be like, wow, that's pretty sick. All right, so let's kick this off. So you see that move there called Dice? Damage one enemy with a random power. It says random, but when I used it, not in this match, but I think like the third round, gosh, the power that it used, it was mighty powerful. All right, so here, same thing. Rinse and repeat, protect the heroes, and get a lot of attacks in. This is the first wave, so it's always more manageable. All right, so he goes battle 2. So now you see Ninja's the second battle, where last one he was the boss. So you saw that dice? Wow. One hit KO, massive damage. So that's a good skill to have. So now this is a different boss. We're going against Gigantos. And we're going to do the dice again, right? Why not? We're going to protect Hope and Vanilla as usual. And there we go. I know, right? You guys are pretty shocked too. Barely did any damage. So you see, this boss is a little bit stronger. So we actually have to work a little bit. Well, that's okay, right? You get what you put in. So let's go. All right. So we're lining everything up. There we go. So we chained it up. Did a little bit more damage. Now his attacks are pretty strong. I mean, 200 attack. If it continues to chip away, you know, it can get your heroes down. So we ran out of MP there, so you know, a dice move could be a little bit expensive. So try to use it in tougher scenarios. For the sole purpose of showing you guys the move, I used it prematurely in the beginning. And there we go. A few more hits and we'll be able to get him out. So now we're using our limits. We're going to finish this match. Nice. Overkill. Quest cleared. So you get 200 fists for completing. It's a pretty decent experience right there. Leveled up Hope and Vanille. So now let's do the advance. Now this is where it gets interesting. I mean, at least for me, I'm still a pretty new player, so these matches here make me work. This is where I really test out my strategies and play for real, pretty much. Like, don't take it easy. So I couldn't find out many of the new heroes. So we decided to use the Freyvia since we needed somebody extremely so strong. And again, she's fairly new anyway. She was the last banner. So it's a good hero to show. I just want to do a quick check again, just to make sure. So, yep. All right. So a little more dialogue. And this time it's with Nicole. And it gives you a little insight on Laswell. Why he's like so stone cold. So we're going to use our protects. And there we go. Overkill. We didn't necessarily wipe out the whole team though. So we still have to finish off this first wave. So you see, Freyvia has some great moves as well. Saber Flunge, Osmosis Blade. A lot of great skills to have. I mean, I would like to have her on my team. On to the next wave. Now, look, check that out. So now we're going against the Apocrypha. Pretty mean boss. And I'm going to tell you, he put in some massive work. Now, I want to save these limits for wave 4. Let's see how long we can actually do it. Look at that. Not bad. We took out half the life almost. Look at this move. Crazy. Just took out Vanille one hit. So we're in trouble because we lost our healer now. And look at that. So we almost kept Vanille. A little bit more, she would have survived, but we still would have had our healer for the upcoming match. It makes it a little bit tougher not having her around. But we manage, we manage. So we want to get rid of this golden bomb. All right. So there you go. Golden bomb, go bye-bye. So now here's the true battle against Bahamut. Woo! This is going to be an interesting one, folks. I can tell you that right now. So we're going to use all our limits. We're even going to use the Esper. And check it out. Lunatic Voice. Limits. Let's see what happens. Barely no damage. And look at the counter. My goodness. I have never been excited of taking damage before. But seeing that summon attack was incredible. It wiped the whole team. So at this point here, we have to continue to spam Shoddy's Saber Flunge. because there's really no other attack that we can do to do massive damage and still try to survive this. We lost our whole team. We could do an Osmos Blade to get more MP as well. Look at that. That beat down 3 massive hits. Luckily, we missed 2 of them. That beat down hit fully. There we go. Ooh. We're hanging on a thread right now. Not enough. So Bahamut wiped our whole team. But don't worry, folks. I got you guys. We're going to see the ending of the video. We're going to use the revive and bring everybody back with their limits. We are in it to win it. Another lunatic voice now. We're going to use Death, Wave Cannon, Reversal, Last Resort. Let's go. And still we didn't defeat him. So here goes Meteor Beatdown. Man, you saw the damage on that? Overkilled a couple of my teammates. So we got a limit break still left for Leon. So we're going to do Dark Ambition. And there we go. We defeated the Bahamut. A lot of work, honestly, but I think it was well worth it when you see the experience we get. So stage clear bonus. Look at that. 6,300 unit experience. And 583 fish. So remember, the fish you can redeem for rare summoning tickets also. So either way is a win-win. So that was the floating event. The next match would be Pro. I'm not going to attempt that because I already know I won't make it far at all. Alright, so last but not least, we'll show you some gameplay with Trance Terra. So she's a magic warrior as well. Cool little emote right there. And this will wrap up this video. I think we covered a lot, folks. I'll give you a final recap as soon as we see this awesome gameplay. Now, Trance Terra is a hero that you need to get on your team. Look at the dark magic attacks that she can do. Fira, Blizzara, Thundera, and dual black magic, which allows her to use black magic twice in one turn. It's pretty powerful, I think. Now this is a regular match from World Map, so it's not going to be really difficult. But we'll show you her attack. So you see how she did Fira and Blizzara in the same turn? Pretty crazy. That can really save you in a tough bind. Man, Hope went crazy right there. So we're going to finish this off. And that's it. Some gameplay there with Trance Terra. So I hope you folks enjoyed. We covered the whole floating continent event. We gave you details about what the rewards are, the heroes being used, showed you a guide on the monsters. Again, if you want more details, reference the article from RockUMediacraft. We showed you some gameplay of Terra Setzer, Trance Terra, and we also showed you the beginner, intermediate, and advanced gameplay of the floating continent event. So I hope you folks enjoyed. If it's your first time watching a video, be sure you hit that subscribe button for more updates from Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and other great mobile games that we're playing. Be sure to check out RockUMediacraft as well, because they also have guides on each of the heroes. Alright folks, so thanks for the support from Return to Subs. You guys rock. Thank you.